Hey guys, this is Luminous coming to you guys with a pro Dota commentary. This commentary is affiliate DC, and for more commentaries content, check us out on DotaCommentaries.com. I'm casting Game 2 of the finals of the MYM Nations Cup between USA and Ukraine. And man, what a tournament it has been so far. I'm not too sure if you guys have been following the tournament. I haven't been casting any single game, aside from dual commentaries, for the MYM Nations Cup. But if you haven't been following the tournament, you guys are missing out. MYM Nations Cup is played in CMUB mode, so that means that some of the newer heroes that are not in the CM pool can be picked and banned. So yeah, that's why we're seeing a Phoenix ban right off the bat by USA. Some of the most insane combos with the newer heroes have been played, and also because this is unbanned mode, a lot of teams are banning the more unfamiliar heroes such as Phoenix, such as Thralls, things like that. So that means we'll also see some of the higher powered picked that are usually always banned, such as Invoker, AA, Pugna, all those heroes like that. We will be seeing, we'll be very likely to see it in this game as well. So not only we're seeing some newer heroes, we also see some of the more frequently banned hero in action. So some of the it is going to be most likely the same hero. We are going to see Invoker, AA, and Clock, and those heroes you guys are very familiar with. But I think what we're not familiar with is how they all work together. Generally, we're going to see, a couple of them being banned. But in this case, we're very likely to see the newer heroes being banned, and thus we're going to see some of the 10 best Dota heroes right now in this version all being piled together in the same game. And that means we're going to see some awesome team fights, some awesome ganks, and I'm just brimming with anticipation to cast this game too. Now, game 1 is probably most likely up on DotaCommentaries.com already as you're watching this commentary. So I highly advise you to go there to check out game 1. I think it's Nebula casting it. So yeah, I will be spoiling the result of game 1 as well. So I really highly advise you to pause this commentary right now. If you're watching it from my YouTube channel, head over to the commentaries and cast it, or watch game 1 there as well. Game 1, marvelous pushing strat by USA. Choked the game with Syllabear and Undying. Man, Undying, such an underrated hero. I'm so glad we saw that hero in game 1. So I highly advise you to check that game out, because that might reflect in the pick and ban in this game as well. Now let's look at the players on both teams. USA is Fear, Bulbasaur, PowerNet, Demon, and Loa. Some really high profile USA players. Of course, they're not really as famous as the Ukraine players because they haven't been playing as many international matches. Although we're sure you guys are all heard of MYM Demon. PowerNet and Fear are some recent addition to SGC. So if you've been paying close attention, I think Fear is in SGC. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm quite positive. So you guys, yeah, they have been getting some limelight as well. But meanwhile, the Ukraine team is just mostly Na'Vi. Yeah, it's mostly Na'Vi. 4 players from Na'Vi, and we'll see. Invoker right off the bat being first picked up. Now in the past, I have seen Dendy's Invoker, and you know what? No hating there. I'm not 100% sure whether I like Dendy's Invoker. He plays a little bit non-standard. I guess that's why I'm not being the biggest fan. I guess the most standard way to play the Invoker right now is going to that Quas Wex Invoker, getting a phase boots, getting either a Force Staff or Django. But Dandy says F that. I think he goes Vanguard, Treads, and Agostic. Now, Invoker is a very versatile player, so very likely we're going to see a different item build in this game pertaining to what he needs and what is suited for this game. But yeah, Dandy plays a very non-standard Invoker. I suppose that's really good, and let's see what he's going to be doing this game. Meanwhile, USA answers back with the Pugna and AA. Now, how often do we see Pugna and AA in the same teams? Both of these are first pick material heroes, but Na'Vi picked up Invoker, and USA said, hey, we'll get Pugna and AA. I'll talk about the AA later, but man, USA playing AA is going to be a good show for us to watch. Meanwhile, Scourge is going to go answer back with a Clock and Thrall, 2 very big AoE heroes. Now, when we think of big AoE heroes, we think of Tide, we think of Enigma and things like that. But these 2 in combination will just put USA on their toes, because the Clock, Cogs, and the kinetic field is gonna just trap people in an area, and that will just make the Invoker go to town. He could just drop down every single spell possible. Now with those two heroes in mind, it's very likely that Dendi is gonna go Russian Aga. Rushing Aga is not that popular because really you don't need to cast that many spells as an Invoker. But in this case, I feel like Aga first is a great item because you want to rotate through as many spells as possible, because those heroes are gonna be trapped in place. They are not gonna be going anywhere. So if you could drop EMP Tornadoes, if you could drop Meteor, if you could drop Ice Wall, it's gonna be absolutely a nightmare for USA. Now, going back to that's why we see an Undying ban from game 1, right? Okay, going back to the Sentinel, right off the first 3 picks, I love USA's AA. I did a dual cast. I did an entire series of dual casts between Ian and myself casting Russia versus USA. In those 2 games, we saw US sporting up the AA in both games, and they just had marvelous AA ganks all over the map. AA Ice Blast is not the easiest spell to hit, especially if it's across the map, but through some awesome coordination from AA, those Ice Blasts are on like near perfection in terms of accuracy. They are just hitting absolutely every target that they want to hit, and that setups for some very easy mid-game pushes, easy mid-game team fights for the USA team, because they were just ganking absolutely brilliantly. And let's see if we're going to be seeing something similar in this game. Right off the AA picks, right off the USA picks as well, I really like their pushing and defensive power. If you compare the first 3 picks for both teams, I feel like Sentinel is going to have a lot easier time in terms of pushing and defending, especially if the Pugna levels up an early level of wards, and then also have, of course, he's going to max blast by 7. Through the combination of those both spells, they're going to have a fairly easy time defending and pushing as well. The Scourge, they don't have that many AoE. Of course, Invoker is just an AoE machine. There's that Rocket Flare there as well. But in terms of defending, the Invoker's cooldown is not the most brilliant thing. I think the Meteor is like a 40-second cooldown. EMP Tornadoes 30-second each. So of course, you really need a high-level Invoker as well. So if USA decides to go for some early game pressure, early game push, it's going to be looking extremely good in favor of Sentinel. Let's see how Na'Vi is going to be answering back right now. Of course, there's some very good counter-pushing heroes still in the pool. I would always go to THC and Lina as my counter-pushing supports, but I have never seen Ukraine or Na'Vi pick those 2 heroes up. So let's see how they're going to be answering back. In terms of laning right now, we're most likely going to see a Clockwork solo in the long lane, and then an Invoker mid. And we have seen Na'Vi been playing, or Ukraine, 40 and Slip. Na'Vi and Ukraine, I'm going to use those 2 words interchangeably because in terms of the player makeup, that's pretty much it. And we're going to see a Darkseer. So continuing the trend of the big AoE-ness of the Scourge team. And, if any one of these have a good opening, and I do mean like a Tornado opening, a Kinetic Field, or a vacuum opening, the rest of them, or a hook-in opening as well, the rest of them is going to have a fairly easy time of chaining all those combo together, and that's going to be absolutely easy for the Scourge team to get some wombo combo team wipes. Now USA answers back with the Morphling. Man, Morphling on this team is going to just be difficult for the Scourge team to kill, because there's a Shaker already. Shaker, a very good defensive hero combination with Morphling. Morphling is already a defensive machine by himself, but now that you have to worry about a Shaker Fisher coming from afar, so now there's, man, picks right now looking rather brilliant for USA, because they have some of the highest tier heroes all being picked up. Meanwhile, Scourge going for a little bit different. Of course, we do see the Invoker and Clock quite frequently, but Thrall and Darkseer in a combination, I have never seen that. And let's see how Scourge is going to answer back with their very last pick. I still feel like the Scourge team don't have enough AoE defense in combination of, in terms of pushing back a creep wave or repelling a big push. So let's see what they're going to be doing. And their laning is going to be a little bit awkward as well. Generally, the Darkseer himself also requires a solo lane. We might see him in the jungle instead of, because jungling play has been quite popular lately, and the timer is going down, and they're going to go for a Doom last pick. I really like this pick. Not only does he pose a threat for all these casters, but also feel that he's a good counter. Well, counter is a strong word, but I also feel like he's a good hero against Morphling in general. Now that might force Morphling to go into a Lincoln Sphere build, which is not that popular lately. Of course, Lincoln Sphere doesn't add a lot of offensive firepower to the Morphling, but seeing there's a Doom on the other side, I might go into a Lincoln Sphere if I feel the need to do so, or I just go to Scotty anyways. Because if you have Scotty or if you have BKB, both are good enough defensive item that will make you withstand a Doom. But you just gotta be careful because Doom will shut off every single one of your escape mechanism on the Morphling. So you're gonna you have to be playing a little bit defensively. Although the USA team does have a Shaker to TP in and Fisher, and hopefully that might rescue. But we'll see though. But I really liked Art Styles' last pick here. Again, the Doom is going to be a fairly good tank. The Scourge is a little bit of a melee heavy. In terms of melee heroes, there's many heroes that could counter this. I'm feeling that. We'll see though. I'm not too sure how the Scourge team will be laning this either. We're most likely going to see a trialing of the AA Shaker Morphling. I don't think the AA or the Pugna could top lane solo. So right now USA is looking for a top lane solo right now. Windrunner is still in the pool. Pug is still in the pool. Both these heroes fairly good again. I think Pug would just be golden if he could get a good silence off against this big, magically based lineup. And they're gonna go with Enigma. Now Demon's Enigma is something to watch because he has some awesome black hole against the Russian team. Yes, we are going to see a Demon Enigma, so we're going to see a top solo most likely for the Enigma, trialing bot, and then Pugna solo mid. Fairly standard lanes. We want to search some less standard lane. We're going to see Invoker mid, that's for sure. A Clock solo bot, that's for sure as well. But yeah, we're going to see a Darkseid jungle, yeah, stacking up on the tangos, has a Stout Shield. We're going to see a dual lane top of the Doombringer and the Farseer. Now, just from the laning goes, I have to say I'm going to give a huge advantage to the Sentinel because right now, Enigma can hold this lane. It's going to be a very difficult for the Scourge to kill the Enigma because really there's absolutely no stuns for the Scourge to kill this Enigma. As long as Enigma plays it safe, he could still, inch in for some EXP and he's going to be fine. But if you look at the Sentinel trialing, they have some of the best initiation out there. They have a Fisher. Where's that Shaker? There's that Shaker. Shaker just going to top the ward. Good ward by the Shaker. I'll talk about this in just a bit. Now Shaker and the Kofi and the Waveform, they have a lot of reach with their spells. So even if Clock generally will need to stay far back, but because there's a Fisher, because of Waveform and an AA Kofi, they would have a fairly easy time killing the Clock if Clock is even just a little bit out of position. But in contrast, the Clock, the Enigma at the top lane, he's gonna have a very easy time. And look how many clarity he has gotten. He's gonna just deny creeps non-stop and slowly but surely pull these creeps back to the tower. So it is gonna be up to the Darkseer, who is gonna be jungling. Yes, Darkseer is up to the Darkseer to do some pulls and whatnot to regain the creep equilibrium. Now I was talking about this ward earlier. That's a very good ward. Generally, when we see tri-lanes, we see, okay, let's ward here, and let's ward one in lane, to have some lane dominance. But I like this warding pattern a lot more, because you know that there's going to be enemy tri-lane top, and because of that, you don't want a sneaky roamer coming into the mid lane and gank your Pugna. Pugna, very low HP hero, so you want to protect him as much as possible. So good wards, seeing a lot of ganking paths from the center. It looks like we have a hasted Shaker going to the mid lane. I don't think they could get too much of anything done here. Pugna is going to have a fairly easy time. Yeah, I don't think the Shaker is not going to get anything done in terms of getting kills, but what he will do is make the Invoker play a little bit more defensive, and that's all you need in terms of getting an advantage in the lane. Yeah, he's going to just show himself and be like, yo, Invoker, I'm here, so why don't you just play stay away and don't farm as much. So that's a pretty good gank. Well, not a gank, but that's a pretty good move from the USA team. Let's look at Demon doing the top lane. He's already 0-2. This is what I mean. He's already enjoying some EXP under the tower. And, he's level 2 already. Meanwhile, Doombringer is also level 2. So anytime that you're matching in terms of EXP against the tri-lane, you're doing a fairly good job. And this does show the weakness of Thrall as a support hero. Without aid of a stunner, because all he does is nuke, and Enigma has a fair amount of restorative skills. Like, whatever, I don't care. There's really no way the top lane can kill the Enigma, so Enigma's sitting very pretty. Meanwhile, let's look at the Scourge. Clockwork has gotten a couple of EXP as well, and that is due to the lack of stun as well on the Sentinel, because The Shaker has went to the mid lane, and Clock says, you know what, no one's here, and he has grabbed an Invis rune as well. So he could basically park his little butt here and grab as much EXP as possible. Palmernet doing a very good job keeping the creep equilibrium, not pushing, because once he loses the creep equilibrium, the Clockwork's going to have a lot of EXP. As we see some sort of engagement in the mid lane, I guess that was a missed Fisher block, and the Invoker forced to use his salve. Invoker already out of restorative, and looks like he's going to go for Exhort build, and that is what I mean. Again, a non-standard Invoker build. Generally, when we see, you know, Cross Wex being picked up, we're going to see Shaker coming in, finding the Darkseer. Darkseer going to being trapped. He is being trapped, but actually the Shaker can go him himself. And let's see, yeah, we're gonna see the Pugna coming in, but I think, yeah, he's gonna just speed out and should be fine. The Eidolons might be coming in. It's actually gonna go for a very long about way, making these guys go on a wild goose chase. But I think, yeah, I think the Darkseer is gonna be fine. Darkseer is just gonna run by, and Shaker does not have yet enough mana for Fisher. I think he's a couple of mana short. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be fine. Meanwhile, at level 4 Morphling at the bot lane. Let me check out how PowerNet's farming. 11-4, not the best farm, but he'll take what he get. Meanwhile, only 2-1 for the Clockwork. Checking farm in the top lane. Lucifer has 13-3. Meanwhile, the Demon has 7-4. So farming is not the best on both sides. You know, since I guess the Morphling is pretty much free farming, and so is the Doom. They should be getting like 5 minutes, 6 a minute, but no big deal. It's not too much of a big deal. I don't think, as we have seen, a lot of games lately have not been decided through farms. It's mostly through, you know, the mid-game play, mid-game team play and whatnot. And great Fisher block on the Doombringer, but I think Doombringer is fine. He pops off the Scourge Earth just for the regen. I mean, he's taking so much. He's actually eating an Eidolon, but I think the Doombringer will be fine. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage, but he does have a salve and a boost to speed, so he's going to just pop all of that, and it's going to be fine. I mean, we're going to see a ganking attempt on this Clockwork. Clockwork's going to take a Kofi. No, just some physical harass from the AA. So pretty tame early game. Both sides going for a lot of aggressive plays, but not producing too much result. We're going to see a double damage rune being picked up by the Clockwork, but picking up this rune is mostly just as a deny in terms of not allowing the other team to pick up the rune. Thrall doing some pulls on his own. He's getting some, you know, fairly needed levels on the Farseer. Farseer needs so many levels to be effective. You want to have a high level. Ooh, another good Fisher trap, forcing the Doom to take the long way and force him to miss some EXP. Yeah, Thrall needs a lot of level. Of course, you want to level up Nuke, but you also want a high level of the kinetic field, and you also want to have a high level of that backtrack. A time-lapse skill. It's not time-lapse, nor is it backtrack. I don't know what the exact skill name of that skill, but what that skill would do is basically pull you back in time, and you want to have a fairly good level of that spell as well. So the Thrall is a fairly level dependent, so you want to do as many pulls as possible. You want to inch in as many EXP as possible. You know, AA also quite level dependent, but once he hits 6, you know, that's kind of all he needs. Once he hits 6, he starts to become very, very dangerous. You do want level 11, but a 6 is kind of all you need. A lot of spell being traded back and forth. Pugna extremely low, and he is, ooh, the Cryptify on the last hit. Really, really well done by, who's this? This is Bulbasaur. But meanwhile, it looks like Dendi has taken the lane due his insane amount of plus damage. I think he's going for all Exhort. Yeah, all Exhort. He's going to go for a Wex Exhort build. Now, normally, I won't like this build as much. I will still prefer the Quas Wex. I feel like the Quas Wex give you a lot more mobility, give you a lot more range. But in this case, keep in mind they're going to go for big AoE teamfight wombo combo, and you do want as much as AoE as possible, and that Meteor gives you some of the best AoE damage in the game. As we see the Doombringer running around like crazy with his teammate. Darkseid has come in. Looks like they're going to try to do a push. I don't think they can push against the Shaker and Enigma combo. Enigma level 5 has a Sobering already. Enigma has fairly anchored himself in the lane very firmly, and I don't think Enigma is going to go anywhere. Nor do I think Scourge team could get a push in as well. Actually, Doom runs back. Doom is level 6, so they can get something done. Let's see what boots. Yeah, he's going to go for phase boots. Excuse me, treads. I thought phase boots is going to be a more likely choice, because that is going to give you a little bit more chasing power. Although I think he might be a little bit more worried about his ability to tank. So I'm not too sure what he even need to tank, because if you look at the Scourge lineup, they have Darkseer and the Clockwork. Both are fairly decent tanks. So the Doombringer usually is resulted as a tanking role. I think in this case he could go for more of a DPS role. So And in terms of the item choice for the Doombringer, it's most likely he's going to go for Radiance. Now, generally, again, I'm not a fairly big fan of Radiance on Doom, but in this case, I mean, this game is just so different from the usual. We're not going to see usual item set. We're going to see an Anger Rush first. We're going to see a Radiance first, because these two items are more AOE based items, and that's going along the line of what Scourge is doing. So that's what I'm guessing. Now whether these guys will do what they're I guess what I'm guessing them to do, we'll see though. A good pull from the Darkseer, pulling the creeps, so these creeps will clear out the neutrals and also will join the next set of creep waves for like a 10 creep push, and that's gonna be good. Now these guys are not very good into the bush. We see a Doombringer on the Enigma. Enigma might be going down. He doesn't have the boots of speed. Meanwhile, some very good block, but Shaker needs to be careful. Enigma's gonna go down for sure. Let's see if the Scourge will die at all though. A great kinetic field. The Enigma is gonna go down. First blood goes down, goes to the Thrall. Meanwhile, Thrall might be in trouble. The Pugna is getting some mana in the base, and he might be teleporting in. He is teleporting in right now. Thrall suddenly in a world of trouble. Are they gonna go for Thrall? No, they're gonna go for Darkseer. Darkseer gonna eat a blast, and that should be it. Or a couple of right clicks should do. Actually, the ranged Talon doing a lot of blocking. Just blast, man. There we go. The edge of the blast gets him, and the Darkseer goes down. Meanwhile, a little bit more ganking attempt, and actually Morphling extremely low. Let's see if they get a kill on the Morphling low the tower, putting some hurt on the Enigma, on the Clockwork, and Enigma teleports down, and that's a defensive measure. I think with Enigma teleporting down, they could just go for a push now. Again, the Scourge team not good at defending pushes. All they have to do is convert. I think Enigma's trying to stay back. Is he trying to do like some sneaky counter gank? I'm pretty sure the Clock saw a teleportation scroll coming in, so I'm not too sure what Demon's hiding. He actually destroyed his own Glaive Thrower as well, and then go for a push. That moves made no sense. If you're gonna go for a push, kill their creep, and if you're gonna kill your own creep, don't kill your own siege unit. Holy crap! Oh no. Okay. Makes a little bit more sense now. He was trying to creep Equilibrium for Morphling. No, he had his Sobi mask on. If you're gonna creep Equilibrium, turn off your Sobi. What Demon just did right there made no sense. Made logically no sense. But whatever. Whatever. Doombringer farming extremely well. 41 and 8, 42 and 8. Keep in mind that a lot of it is Devour kills. So his gold, his income intake has been amplified by a lot. Now I'm just waiting for the Farseer to hit level 6 as we see a dive on that Pugna. Pugna might be in trouble. The Crep blast. Unfortunately, the Crab has worn out when the blast was casted, and we are going to see a point booster first, so most likely an Aggro Rush. And let's see if the Scourge team can defend this. This is just so hard to defend because they would need some clock initiation, they would need a Doom run in, or they would need a vacuum. There we go. Oh my god, Meteor, Deathling Blast, and Enigma has gone down in just a second, and that push has been nullified effectively by the Scourge lineup. So I guess that's what Scourge is gonna do in terms of defending. They will just kill the enemy heroes. If you think about it, Scourge not that bad in terms of initiating team fight. They do have the Surge to run in. They do have the Clockwork to hook in as well. So if they have a good avenue of initiation, the Scourge team can get something done. But it depends on the positioning on the USA players. The positioning is gonna be absolutely everything in this game. It looks like the Doombringer might be a little bit trouble. He has picked up an Ogre creep, and that is a great creep for the Doombringer. Because Doombringer without that Frost armor, yeah, that Frost armor just gave him, I think, 6 armor, and that's going to be crucial because early game armor on the Doombringer is 0, so you want to get as much armor as you can pick up. So that's very good creep choice for the Doombringer. I think a lot more popular creep is that like Speed Aura creep or that Doom creep, but whatever, just pick up the armor. That's going to help you a lot in terms of surviving, especially in the early game stage. Now Morphling is farming to his heart's content, and this is the farm you should have, and this is the farm he's getting. Power Nest sitting at 70 creep kill in 11 minutes in. That's a little bit over 6 a minute, and that's some decent farming by PowerNet. And let's see what item he's gonna go for first. He does have a bottle. That is an indication of a more late game build. You might see an ultimate orb right next. as his item choice. But I think in this game you want to pick up a BKB first because there's some very dangerous initiation on the Scourge team. Yeah, BKB is not going to do anything for you against the Doombringer. And we can see a black hole against a single hero, and I think they are going to get Doom as a result. Getting, wow, so many OT just used on that Doombringer, but they did pick up the kill. I think with that they are going to transition into a push. Basilius is turned on, and with that Pugna and the Shaker here, it's going to have a very easy time pushing down this tower. We have a single teleportation coming in. That is the Invoker. Meteor Deathling Blast, and that is going to melt the first wave of creeps. But again, very long cooldown on those Invoker spells, so he have to use it very carefully and very sparingly. Meanwhile, Morphling 82 creep kill in the bot lane, and we're seeing Sentinel is starting to have a little bit trouble. Excuse me, the Scourge team is starting to have a little bit of trouble keeping up with the Sentinel team because Sentinel pushes so heavy and so quick that the Scourge have to be playing in a more reaction. And we're going to see a Scourge Earth gank. Oh, Doombringer gets him just right before, and that is that pulling back, whatever that skill is called, and that Morphling is going to go down. Art Style picks up a very easy kill on the Morphling, and they might transition into a push themselves, but they got to be careful because the Sentinel push a lot quicker, a lot more effective because they got Eidolons, they got Pugna Blast, so they can get their push on fairly easily. Meanwhile, these guys have to do some creep skipping. They have to do more. They have to do a little bit more differently in terms of getting those push done. But I think they are going to trade exterior towers. So the Sentinel is going to pick up one. The Scourge is going to pick up one. I think in this case, it's going to favor the Scourge a little bit more because you do expect the Sentinel to just get those towers for free because they have far better pushing lineup. So in terms of anything that they are doing to get trades, the Scourge is going to benefit. Yeah. Looks like Scourge is going to last at a hour. Meanwhile, Demon has lasted it. Let's see how much gold Demon has. Demon's sitting at 1500 gold, so I'm guessing it's going to be a Blink Dagger first. Although Blink Dagger first might not be the best against a Vacuum, against a Doombringer, against Clock Hook. It's just many spells. And also that return to time, whatever that skill called. I'm just calling it time lapse for the sake of this commentary. Yes, I know it's not time lapse, but I don't want to refer that spell as that return back to time spell. Yeah. So that time lapse spell is also going to be good in terms of canceling a black hole initiation from Blink Dagger, so you could zap him back before he blinks. So yeah, I don't think Blink Dagger first is the best sort of initiation. Most likely we're going to see a BKB first on the Enigma as well. We'll see though. We'll see. Morphling, that death has set him back a little bit, but he's still right on track. 15 minutes in, 90 creep heal, that's right 6 a minute. It looks like we have many heroes at the mid lane. Darkseer is hiding in the jungle so he could run in fairly easily and get a good vacuum. There is a ward here placed by the Sentinel. That's quite a defensive ward by the Sentinel. Generally you don't see Sentinel wards being placed here because the vision here you kind of already get, but Sentinel playing a lot more defensive than I feel like they should. Clockwork, can he get initiate going in? No, he can't, and I think he's really just waiting for his teammate. Farseer is level 7, so he does have that kinetic storm. I believe that's his ult. If you don't know what Farseer ult does, he basically silences you in an AoE and deal a huge bulk of damage in an AoE as well. So in combination of Darkseer, Cogs, kinetic field, you could just get some very easy silence, very easy team wipes going on. So that's just an insane ult in combination of skill set and what the Scourge heroes are picking up. Meanwhile, Arcstyle is farming fairly easily at the top lane. No harassment being done to him. He has 81 creep kills, and that is 10 creep kills behind that Morphling. Maybe 20. Yeah, 20 creep kills behind the Morphling. But again, he does have the Devour. I'm pretty sure he has a whole bunch of... He has 1600 gold. He has a Vanguard finish and a Treads. So I'm guessing he's going to be going the... what's that item? Radiance, yeah. Radiance. And meanwhile, a couple heroes in mid lane. We're going to see a Blink Black Hole from the Enigma. So, yeah, that is the Wombo combo. Fisher, a Blast, Pugna Blast, and that is, wow, that was just beautiful to watch. And I'm glad I just moved my cursor to mid lane, because if I blinked, that team fight would have been over. So despite of what I said, Demon says fuck that, Blink Dagger first is what I'm gonna do, and I guess it works. It's just you have to be very careful in terms of initiation, because if you misstep once, you're blinking in with 850 HP and you're gonna be food to all these Scourge nukes, all these Scourge AoE. And great clock initiation on the Shaker, but can they get anything on though? No, they can't, because they just have too many heroes, too many Sentinel heroes at the right time. But no, kinetic, no. I just call him kinetic. It looks like Darkseer is going to try to run out. I don't think he can. One more hit is going to hit him, but Doombringer is going to come in. He's going to get 1 kill on the AA. The second kill is going to be on the Pugna. Can Demon deny? Demon is going to try to deny. He is going to get denied, but level death picks him off as well. So that deny did prevent the Doom to get 1 kill, but Doom just picked up yet another kill right off the bat. So Doom is doing an extremely good job right now. He has 3 kills, a whole bunch of creep kills. He's sitting at 3,300 gold. We're going to see a very quick Radiance. And Radiance, if you pick it up as early as possible, man, that is a strong item to deal with. And he does still have the Frost armor creep, and that's going to be really good. Like I said, the Doombringer needs as much armor as he get, and he should be casting it non-stop and stuff. Did he get a different creep? I don't think he did. He doesn't have an aura or anything on him, so yeah, he's going to be casting the Frost armor on himself whenever he feels to do so. Meanwhile, the Morphling is going to go for BKB first. I do like this choice. That is going to make his farming a lot safer, because if we need to, he can pop the BKB and just get the hell out. Also, it's going to render a lot of these spells on the Scourge team to be fairly useless, and that also almost forces the Doom to make use of Doom on him. And that is going to get the Doom off of Enigma, that is going to get the Doom off AA, the Pugna, to all pretty much great Doom targets. So let's see what Pugna is going to be his item choice. He's going to go for Mecha first, and that is a fairly standard item choice. Most likely we're going to see a Force Staff next to help out with the kinetic field, to help out with the cog. Man, if the Scourge if the Sentinel pick up a lot of Force Staff, then they should be okay against the skill set of the Scourge team, because the Scourge team require on you guys all staying within a cog, you all staying within a connected field, to all that the Force Staff can counter against. So I'm willing to bet we're going to see a whole bunch of Force Staff on the Sentinel. That is the smart choice. That is the correct item to pick up, but we'll see what they do instead. I mean, the Enigma already showed me that sometimes Lumi just don't know what they're talking about. I still think the Blink Dagger is such an aggressive and risky item, but I guess that team fight mid lane just proved that it works. And also, they're making a very good strategic choice, allowing the Shaker to farm up right now. Shaker is going to be going for that Force Staff, not going for that Blink Dagger. I like that choice, because you really don't need that Blink Dagger, because if you already have the Black Hole Initiation, you do have the AA as a follow-up. All you have to do is just either Force Staff in, or you can just walk in and get your Echo Slam off on 3 or 4 heroes, and that's going to be fine. I like this Force Staff as a defensive item and offensive item. Again, defensive on those against that clock cog, and also a defensive against that kinetic field. Offensive in the regard that you can push yourself in for that great Echo Slam. So not many teams will allow a Shaker to farm up like this. I think Stars Boba always allow their Shaker to farm up like this. They will just give the Shaker some mid-game farm, and they allow them to pick up a Blink Dagger. In this case, they allow them to pick up a Force Staff. Not many teams usually do this, and I really enjoy USA's strategic choice to allow that Shaker to get that farm. And Shaker, how much gold he's sitting at? He's got 600 gold in the bank. I'm not too sure if he doesn't have anything to finish yet. Yeah, I think the Shaker is turning back because he feels like we might need to defend our mid tower a little bit. But Eidolon should be enough. Eidolon, the ward from the Enigma and that constant blast, that should just be enough in terms of defending. It's just extremely annoying and extremely difficult to push against this kind of lineup. What Scourge does have going for them is that they have bulk. They have HP, they have tankiness. Man, this Doombringer already 1800 HP. Sacred Relic being picked. Yeah, he could just turn on Scourge Earth to just run in and either just tank it up and force the entire Scourge Sentinel team to run the hell out, or they could go for the more, I guess, the elegant way, which is having the clock to hook in. And looks like, yeah, the presence of the Doom is just a little bit too intimidating, and that Doombringer is going to have a free whack on that tower. Tower already half HP. Darkseer is going to be coming in. You gotta be very careful about the positioning. If you're in the Sentinel, they're gonna get a vacuum, and they are gonna get a Doom on that Enigma. Enigma is gonna go down for sure. One more hit should do it. Yeah, that Doombringer is gonna bring him off. Meanwhile, AA in trouble as well. A level def should bring him off. Force Staff, and that is a defensive power. I think AA will still go down regardless. That Force Staff, a buyback, and a Black Hole getting 1-0 hero because the Doom just died. The draw goes down to a BKB Morphling. Morphling is going to be chasing. I don't know where the hell is a Doom. The Shaker extremely low. I think Art Style went down. Yeah, Art Style went down. So that was a 2-for-2 exchange. 2-for-1 exchange, but the Enigma bot back. So I suppose that's an even team fight because the Morphling got a couple of kills, and also the Doombringer died. So in that case, I feel like the Sentinel came up a little bit ahead, although the Scourge did pick up a tower in exchange. So I suppose that's a fairly even team fight, and we do see Invoker picking up Aga first. Aga Rush, I think he picked up fairly early. Yeah, he does have 1900 gold in the bank, so he must have picked it up maybe 18 minutes in, and that's just a quick Aga. Generally, by the time you finish your Aga, and if you're level 17, that is a perfect scenario, because right when you pick up level 17, you pick up level 4 of Invoke, and with Aga and quick enough fingers, you can have a 2-second cooldown on your Invoke, and you can just go through your spells so very quickly. That's why Aga first is not the best choice, because even if you pick up the Aga stick right now, you can't get that 2-second cooldown on the Invoke. I think it's like a 5-second cooldown instead at like level 12 or something. But regardless, because you have Kinetic Field, because you have Power Cog, you want to have an as early Aga as possible and just rain spell down on these guys. And let's see if they can initiate on the Morphling. Morphling waves out. Yeah, if they got a Doom on the Morphling, they might have gotten a kill. But I think that Morphling was simply bait because Enigma... excuse me, I was going to say Enigma waiting in the wings for a Black Hole, but Demon's just farming. Yeah, Black Hole's on the cooldown. So I don't know what the hell PowerNet was doing. PowerNet was putting himself in a very dangerous position. I know they have a Force Staff, I know they have a Shaker, but damn, don't ever put yourself in a position like that to get doomed if your Enigma's not there to help you out. It looks like the Scourge team is going to go for yet another pushing attempt. They do have the Radiance finish now, and that is going to be huge. I think they had Radiance finish in the last team. Yeah, they did. Totally did not see those sparkles, and that's going to be really hard for the Sentinel to stop this. Yeah, last team fight we had a buyback from Enigma and got a 0-man Black Hole, but in this case the Black Hole is on cooldown. Oh, it might as well not be on cooldown if Demon could get a 0-man Black Hole. So we see some hook initiation against AAA was trying to ward up, and that it's like right into the hook. And let's see if they could defend this. And I was saying earlier, I was like, well, Sentinel is gonna have a fairly hard time to push against this lineup, and they're defying all my expectations. If you slap a Radiance on the Doombringer and the Doombringer just charges in, Sentinel having a lot more difficult to defend this than I thought they would. Because even if you put the ward down, even if you have Blast and even if you have Fissure, if a Doom just runs at you, you don't have the capability to tank him as of now. So you have to back off, and once you back off, the rest of the 4 guys on the Scourge, they could just push all they want. And a great Replicate choice. And that's a good, that's why Morphling is always fun to play against Radiant Spire. You just make a Replicate of them, and then turn their sparkly damage against you. And that's just annoying. And let's see how the Scourge team is going to be responding. The Scourge team is going to go for Roshan instead. No, they're not. It's going to be very dangerous to go get Roshan against this lineup, because the Black Hole is always there, the Force Staff Echo Slam is always there, and that ward is just insane. Illusion. Okay, alright. And I think Pugna is going to go for Force Staff as well. Great item choices. And let's see if the Scourge should get some big Wombo combo team fight, and that's what they're looking for. But right now, Doombringer is still at the top lane. He's going to go for BKB? I would jizz in my pan if that's an Aga stick. I would jizz in my pan if if he's going for Aga Refresh Orb after Radiance. I would just jizz. That's like my my dream, to have a professional Doom to die. We're gonna see a smoke gank on Artstyle. Artstyle he is in huge trouble. He is gonna go down, and let's see if they are gonna still fight this. That is a Static Storm. BKB popped out, and can he wave from? No, Blink Dagger. Oh, gets 2 crucial here, and that is a BKB paying off for that Morphling. You Static Storm me, you cock me, but no big deal, because I'm magically immune. Darkseer goes down, and USA winning those very crucial team fights. And they're making Na'Vi look pretty bad right now. They're making Na'Vi look absolutely ridiculous. And we're going to see a transition of a mid push. The creeps are right there, and they could get a very quick push. Keep in mind, they have Eidolons, they have Fissures, they have Pugna Blast, and they are going to just clear out the creeps absolutely very easily. We might even see the Brax at the Scourge base a little bit in danger. I'm pretty sure they're going to take down this tower for sure. And the Sentinel team can even have a crack at the high ground, but no, they're going to turn back. They sense the Invoker is there, and it's a little bit difficult to push up against the The Meteor, the Deafling Blast, EMP Tornado. And if you're gonna go for Exhort, yeah, if you're gonna go for Exhort Wex build, you're gonna have a very short range of the Tornado, and that's kind of why I don't like Exhort builds that much. Tornado I feel like is Invoker's best spell, but again, in this case, in this game, in this scenario, I feel like it's pretty good because you want to have the high level Meteor, and he does. We're gonna see a BKB transition for the Invoker. I like that choice, although you gotta be more careful about your positioning. Instead of BKB Beam, I think a better item in this case would be the Force Staff. The Force Staff is just my go-to item as a better item, as a good item, or the best item. Because against a black hole, you want to be just able to Force Staff people out. Which, by the way, I'm not too sure what Ice Frog is smoking, but he just nerfed Force Staff in 6.7.2. He's like, okay, well now you can't force people out of Chronosphere. Like, what the hell? Next patch, we're gonna see you can't force staff people out of black holes, okay? You know, and then the patch after that, we're gonna see you can't force staff people out of cogs, all right? And then the patch after that, you can't force staff people out of kinetic field, and then 10 patch later, we're gonna be like, you can't force staff heroes at all. You just get the force staff for the looks, for the cools. So this is a slippery slope, Ice Frog. I hope things are not going in that direction, because force staff will remain my favorite item of all time, man. This is a baller item. Vacuum and a Wall of Illusion, kind of baller Wall of Illusion on the thing that will have no one running into. But the replicate is owning all these other illusions, but looks like the Scourge is gonna claim yet another tower. Navi, famous for the pushing, but actually not grabbing many pushing hero. I'm talking about that Night Stalker. I'm talking about the Alchemist that just runs in after those towers and makes you to be able to not do anything. They should pick up this cog. Shaker might be in trouble. Blink Dagger canceled by the Scourger, or did he blink in? Oh no! Good Fisher block, and we're gonna see the Doombringer might be in trouble. No, great amount of AoE for the Sentinel team, lobbing on the Sentinel team. Great Ice Wall now slowing down the Morphling. They traded 2 for 1, 1 for 1. 1 for 1. They traded AA for Doom though, and you never want your Doom to be dying. There's a whole bunch of gold on the Doombringer still, and I'm very, very curious why the item he will go. The only reason I don't really like Doombringer that much, like BKB on Doombringer that much, you want to tank those spells, you want to tank those stuns on you. So I think getting the Doombringer the BKB might not be the best choice. I think getting raw HP is significantly better because you want to be as much of a threat as possible and force the Sentinel team to layer all their stuns on you. So if you get your Aga Stick, you get a lot of more casting ability. Your Doom is going to be just insane, and you get even more HP to tank. That is my line of logic, but apparently my line of logic has been all wrong this game so far. The only thing that's right about my line of logic so far is getting a Force Staff, as we see one Force Staff here. A second Force Staff here, and nope, BKB on the Enigma, which I don't mind. This guy will get Force Staff if he has to go for it. Meanwhile, Morphling is getting a Manta Style. Manta Style is a very interesting choice. I don't think I would have got Manta Style if I was in PowerNet's position, because if you look at the amount of AoE on the Scourge team, like, your Manta illusions will just die in an instant. Like, it's just in an absolute instant, they will just die. So I don't think Manta, I mean, if you want to get a very late game Manta, that will be fine, because by that time your illusions will be very, very tanky, as we see this guy trying to get it. Oh, great, but can we get a black hole though? Kinetic Field is going to get 2 of them. Art Style just tanking it up, but he is going to die. BKB Morphling at the center of everything. Black hole getting 2 very crucial AoE here, and that's where the BKB does absolutely jack shit for you, Dandy. And my get PowerNet getting a triple kill, and they're getting completely baited out by the demon. And generally we don't see people baited out as easily. I mean, these are professional gamers for... Oh, no. That's why I was saying, not a Manta Style. We're going to see a Scotty, and that is a way better choice. Although this raw replica Scotty Morphling is putting a huge amount of hurt on the Sentinel team, but they are going to claim yet another tower. That's 2 team fight completely easily won by the Scourge team, and you would expect the Scourge to want to win these team fights. But as we see a godlike Morphling, For stuff. As we see a god like Morphling, you realize that it doesn't matter if you have a wombo combo team fight if you get black holed completely. Right now, I'm not really impressed with the Sentinels, with the Scourge item choices. I don't think that BKB is necessary on the Doom. I don't think that BKB is necessary on the Invoker. I think Force Staff is. I still don't know what this is. No, Blink Dagger on the Doom. That's such. I don't know. It doesn't look nice. If they could blink in and kill the Enigma and doom the Enigma, then I think that would be a good choice. But I think Demon right now is positioning himself on the Enigma great enough where that he's not gonna get jumped on like that. Maybe the first time the Sentinel discovers that, oh crap, there's a Doom on the there's a blink on the Doom, they might fall for it for the first time, but I don't think the Sentinel will fall for it repeatedly. So it's a very interesting choice to pick up the Blink Dagger. I feel right now that Doombringer is not tank enough to make that Blink Dagger worthwhile. And you gotta keep in mind that you want to stay alive for as long as possible, so Radiance could do as much damage as possible. So, you know, we'll see. But going back to the Morphling, I love his item choice. I was questioning about that Manta style because he had a Yasha and then the ultimate. I was like, no, I don't think Manta would be the best choice because I have so much AoE. But you know, PowerNet knows exactly what he's doing. Goes for the Ida Scotty. Now when he goes back to finish that Manta style, those Manta illusions will be able to tank a lot more. Although if you switch everything to agility, you know, they will still be as wicked shit. But they will do some. They will pack a punch if they ever get to right click. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what these guys is doing. Invoker, BKB. I don't like that choice. Earn on the Farseer. Darkseer has absolutely nothing. He has a Vanguard. He's trying to get a Hex. I don't think he's gonna get it anytime soon. Meanwhile, Clock with this Clock has an Agate Stick as well. I think Force Staff would be better. As we see, oh no, that was, I didn't even see how that happened. Oh, Shaker very very low, and that BKB Morphling going in. There's that Ghost Walk. But that's not gonna help you kill anything. I think Demon has went down to a Doom or something, to the Clockwork. But right now that's a 2-for-1 trade, and Demon has done his job. He has initiated. His Black Hole wasn't even online back then, and he still initiated the AA Blast, finally claiming the life of Art Style. And I don't right now they need a raw replica to defend, and that raw replica is doing a lot of damage. They're trying to initiate in for that. AAA is gonna be fine. Force Staff getting him out. That Clockwork is gonna go down for sure. A living with very little HP. Force Staff Shaker is gonna save his team, and I think they're gonna get racks. Yeah, I think Scourge is getting racks right now, and I'm not too sure what if Scourge could get some magical team fight coming back, because this Morphling is just 2-sack right now. Manta style finish. Aya Scotty, he does just so much damage. Tornado just for the defense for just a bit. Vacuum for a little bit even more hate. But yeah, I don't think they could do it. AA Blast is gonna hit, and that Darkseer in trouble as well. He is gonna go down to the AA Blast. Yes, godlike dominating streak. No, that's not a godlike. That's a lot of kills though on the A. And now we're gonna see the Morphling might be in trouble. He's gonna just fight. Can he get anything done? Doombringer just not doing enough damage. He is so tank right now. Actually, Morphling is gonna survive through the Doom. Meanwhile, Doombringer might not even survive. That's a BKB used just to run. And we're seeing the power of that very, very beefed Morphling. Meanwhile, these guys are getting items that are very, very questionable. Man, I feel like usually Navi, they have so good of play that they could get whatever item they want to get, and they will just win the game. But in a more even team fight, in a game where they're behind, I don't think they have the same luxury. I feel like the BKB is not a good choice, and I have already put a lot of words and spent a lot of time talking about why I don't think BKB is a good choice. Blaymail is an okay choice. I like that. Simply because the Sentinel have quite a bit of AoE as well. If you turn on the Blaymail at the right time, you can reflect and redirect quite a bit of damage. But the score right now is 22-11. Sentinel has what, 4 towers. Meanwhile, the Scourge only has 3. No, I think they have 4 as well. So the tower count is fairly even, but the kill count is heavily in favor of the Sentinel. Let's check out how everyone's farming. The Morphling has, Morphling has 271. Holy crap. The Pugna has 126 on the Enigma as well. So fairly farm guys on the Sentinel. Meanwhile, Scourge 190 on the Doom. I think he's sitting more like 250 right now in terms of the Devour gold, adding him go as well. And then the The Invoker has 175, almost 100 on the Clockwork, and that's pretty much it in terms of farm. So you can see that Scourge Team behind the farm, behind on the tower kills, behind on the hero kills as well. They can turn a smoke gank and turn things around. But the first priority target is gonna be that Enigma. They have to kill Enigma if they want to get anything done. Like, if they want to get anything done, they need to find that Enigma. Enigma is a little bit out of position right now, but I don't think they see anything. They are going to find the Morphling, though, and they are going to turn Morphling around. Can they get a Black Hole? They need to get Black Hole. A Blast is going to hit, and wow, Shaker blinks in. Black Hole gets... Is there anything in that cog? There's nothing in that cog. Yeah, there's nothing in that cog. Demon whiffing those Black Holes, and there's that A Ice Wall, and they might kill. Yeah, they are gonna kill the Invoker as well. So they did get the initiate. No, I was saying they did get the Morphling they want. But the thing is, Shaker and the Enigma just oh my god, this team fight is still going on. That Thrall is gonna die. Doom buys back, Invoker buys back as well. But can they get many kills in? I don't think they can. They are gonna go for the Pugna, and actually Enigma blinks in. I think that's a horrible choice. That Pugna is gonna die for sure. I don't think Enigma by himself could save anything. Yeah, but they might kill the Doom though. Yes, they are gonna kill the Doom. So great team fights for the Sentinel. Never mind, I take everything back. Pugna very low. Darkseer is gonna pick it. No, Force Staff is gonna get him out. Man, Force Staff is absolutely a beast this game. Darkseer is gonna go down. Invoker might be going down as well. So I take back whatever I just talked shit about Demon. Demon making the correct decision again and again. That Enigma play is just absolutely brilliant. I was gonna say, dude, don't blink in, because that Pugna is gonna die for sure, because there's 3 or 4 heroes surrounding him, but the entire Sentinel of him blinked in. There was a Fissure, there was a lot of stuns, and that Ice Blast just tore through that Doombringer, and right now it just looks like the Sentinel is gonna win the game. You gotta keep in mind that USA is just 1 game away. This game is that 1 game for the entire championship, and they're up 29-12. They're sitting so beautifully right now. There's some intense team fights going on, but all of it has been going in the favor of USA. USA, man. I can't help but chant for my country right now. Of course, I'm only an immigrant, so I'm not a true USA fan. You gotta talk to Ian for that. But you know. But they're doing an absolutely brilliant job in terms of winning team fight after team fight. I think MVP right now has to be Demon. Man, his Enigma it ain't DGC Enigma, but it's brilliant in another sense. He's having his teammate to bait, and then that Black Hole comes in. I've never seen that in Chinese game though. I'm not too sure whether the Chinese players are good enough to not get baited, or they will just always find your Enigma and kill him. But in either case, you know, right now I'm not gonna take anything away from Demon's Enigma. He's playing such a brilliant Enigma. He has a Force Staff as well, so we're seeing what, 3 Force Staff? I think, yeah, we have 3 Force Staff. Blink Dagger initiation on the Morphling. Morphling's gonna tank it up. Yeah, he's gonna just fight, and oh, the Enigma is gonna go down. But yeah, they're gonna trade a Doom for him. The Ice Blast, Black Hole. Are we seeing some one-man Black Holes? The Enigma's getting some one-man Black Holes. No, they're gonna pick off the Thrall as well, and Clock is gonna go down as well. Meteor drops down, but yeah, no, just too many stuns. BKP pops, and he is not gonna get stunned. There's that Ice Wall, and that is gonna save him for now. No Blink Dagger from the Enigma. There's that one-man Black Hole, and they are gonna get him now. Oh, very low HP. Micro. Darkseer comes in with a vacuum. They are gonna pick out the Pugna. He is still invis in the Ghost Walk. Let's see if they get any done. These 2 illusions, or these 2 summons, will do quite a bit of damage. They are going to pick off the Ancient Apparition. Dendi comes out with the Ninja. He's going to go for the Shaker. Is he going to go for the Shaker? No. Looks like Unstoppable Streak has been picked up by Demon. No, he's going to go in for the Invoker. Invoker very low. Couple more hits away. And can he... No, he Ghost Walks on cooldown. There's that Tornado. Is there a Deafening Blast to follow? He needs to get as far away as possible. One more hit. He's literally one more hit. Ice Wall. There's that Blink Dagger, and he is going to pick up the kills as well. Demon on a wicked 6 streak. Okay, most Enigma is defined by their Black Hole, but I'm sad to say that Demon's Black Hole is not that good, but his play of that Enigma, like, usually we see these blinking hero are beasts because they have so many, like, I'm talking about Puck, I'm talking about like Sand King, you know, those hero that blinks around in an entire team fight and never dies, but it's just a heavy nuance. Enigma is doing absolutely the same thing, but all he has is a fucking Malphus. Like, how are you how can you be so annoying as a hero with Malphus? Oh, he has a Force Staff as well, but you know, you don't really kill with that Force Staff. But he's just lasting through the entire team fight. Like, he used a black hole on one person. Like, he used the black hole as a 4-second stun on one target. And he made it work. I mean, because the Scourge team was scattered, because the Scourge team had to run after they... I think the Scourge team is approaching this wrong. They gotta kill the demon, the Enigma first. Even though the Enigma is not getting in a lot of like crucial 5-man black hole, but he's annoying enough that you want to get rid of him first. They do get rid of the Morphling first, which I guess is an okay choice, but the thing is that by the time you kill the Morphling, half your team is like dead, because Morphling can tank. Like, he's at a stage where he's... I think Morphling should like strategically put more strength on himself than this. Yeah, look at him, great reaction. Normally if we see such a stack item set, we'll be like, you know what, we'll go down to 1 strength, we'll do as much DP as possible. But now PowerNet has recognized that, hey, our style has been just initiating on me every single fight, so you know what, I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of strain, 2500 HP on that Morphling, and be like, yo, you know what, initiate on me now. So Ukraine, or Navi in this case, hasn't been playing the best skill set, or best item choice. Force staff in. He is gonna get a lot of damage. There's that AA Ice Blast. Is gonna pick off the raw before he uses any skills. And again, man, they are just picking off the wrong target at the wrong time. I suppose at this stage of the game, it doesn't really matter who you focus on, because the entire Sentinel team is just so stacked. You can't really kill anyone quick enough to make it work. And it looks like Darkseer, yo, why are you standing there? Okay, you know, what the hell's going on? Okay, these are wall of replicas, and they're doing so much damage on that Ancient Aberration down to 300 HP. But meanwhile, like, a huge chasing attempt here. It looks like he pops. Oh, BKB pops against the BKB against the tornado, and he's gonna be fine. It looks like Morphling, despite having not much agility, they're getting so many kills. And Boba, you feeling a little ditched? Where's Boba? Boba, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they're having fun. Sentinel is having a blast winning this game, and they're making it look like easy. Like, and you gotta keep in mind, they're doing it against Navi. Like, this is one of the best team. This is like one of the best team in the world right now, and they're making it look easy. And this makes me think, why don't we have in a fucking USA team? Like, they clearly show that they could play Dota at a very, very high level. Man, this AA Blast is gonna hit as well, and Demon comes in just for some lows. AA comes in for some lows, even without HP. It's safe to say that the Sentinel has won this game for sure. Although, oh, Black Hole against 2. Morphling gets out with little to no HP, and right now we're just seeing some lowsy plays. Oh, Malphus! Demon is just an annoying bitch. Like, he is just annoying. He's just annoying. I think he's gonna die here. He might pay for it. He forced staff. Can he get outside radiance range? And so he could blink. He's gonna blink. Oh, but no, Doombringer blinks a follow, and yeah, they are gonna. No, Malphus. Just kidding. Force staff is gonna cool down very, very shortly. And yeah, you're not gonna kill him, because he is the freaking Enigma. This guy's annoying as hell. Force staff blink. Pick it up. Oh no, Scourge Orf. Force staff. Wow. Okay. I just feel sad. I really feel sad for Navi, because Demon just got off a godlike streak. They're making Navi look bad. Like, they are really making Navi look bad here. And these guys are just chasing, doing whatever. This has long have long since become a coordinated game of Dandy. Look at your score. What is Dandy's score? 5, 5, and 5. Isn't that Dandy's number? Dandy, that is Dandy's number, right? That's Dandy 555. Yeah, it fits. It fits. I don't think the Scourge players are having as much fun though. Here comes the GG push. I'm sure this has to be the GG push. There's no way the Scourge team would defend this. That's a kinetic field though. They might pick off the Pugna. Pugna 4 staffs out. Is he gonna survive? No, he's not gonna survive. Yeah. Oh, he's life draining. Like, they can't kill the Pugna. Oh my god, they finally killed him. But it took like 2 years to do so, and they did lose the melee racks in the process. PowerNet stays, whatever. PowerNet's like, okay, whatever. I'll tank all these. I got so much. He got a BOT as well. He got BOT and treads. That's how rich he is. And they're gonna take down this range racks, and that should be it. Whoa! Can they kill the They has BKB. He pops the BKB. Here's the black hole. No black hole necessary. Blinks in from Shaker. A lot of AoE damage. You get a Doom on. There's a BKB Morphling. Gonna lifesteal from the brinks of death. He is gonna go down. Kofi is gonna stop the Doom from doing anything. Darkseer not doing anything at all. Morphling buys back. They should just kill Enigma. They should start hitting Enigma once he's Doom. Just be like, yo, 5v4? 4v6, I mean. 4v6. Drink some water. Why isn't USA finishing, man? This game's over. On the bright side, Darkseer is close to his Hex. Not that would matter. Invoker is... Let's start some late game analysis, right? I like the Scourge lineup. I really do. Like it. We don't see these kind of lineup quite often. I guess there's a reason why, because it doesn't work that often. Like big wombo combo lineup requires not only require you to have good positioning, but more importantly, it requires your enemy team to have bad positioning. Bad positioning. You want your wombo combo to get at least 3 or 4 heroes and kill them, and just win the team fight, and then go for push and win. But it seems like I suppose because the Scourge team is very melee hairy, they run at the right. They're all clumped up in many times, so that it's not that you have good positioning, but suddenly you have bad positioning because you guys are all clumped up, and it makes Demon's job absolutely so easy. He just blinks in when you guys all clump up and get a crucial 2 or 3 man black hole, and that's gonna be it. Because Morphling, the Pugna, the Shaker, like Shaker Ice Blast, man, that's just a lot of AoE team fights. Smoke Gang, here we go. Black hole, 3 man black hole this time, and they're gonna go to town. These are movie moments. These are literally movie moments. And I feel like for the same reason that Russia has lost to USA through poor positioning, I feel like the exact same reason how Na'Vi has dropped this game to USA as well. Just oh man, I feel really bad for saying Na'Vi has bad positioning, but I don't know another way to say it. Of course, these players are a lot better than me, and they do know a lot. Like, oh, a lot of buyback. Doom comes in. He is going to get the Shaker. They're like, fuck this cow. Don't want to deal with it anymore. But meanwhile, I think Invoker might be in trouble. Invoker, no, there's a gem on some of these guys. Yeah, there's a lot of gems on these guys. They are going to pick him up as well. Art style is going to go down. So Art style. And that should be it. That's a team wipe. GG should be called. And Rex goes down. GG finally being called. Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations to USA MYM Nations Cup champions. We are the champions, my friends. So Team USA, not a splendid victory. I mean, it was pretty much one-sided, 49-20. But the impressive thing is that they did it against Na'Vi, which, like, have you ever seen anyone go 49-20 against Na'Vi? I think MYM did it like once or twice in some show match, but holy crap, like this is legit. Like I really want to see some USA Dota. I don't know why we're not seeing some USA Dota. This shows that they could play at a very high level. I don't know. I don't know. So so the Wombo Combo team got Wombo comboed. I just want to say that USA has made all the correct item choice. Look at them 4-staff. Look at them 4-staff. Look at that Scotty before the Manta. I have nothing to say about the USA's team. Item choice is great. Play is great. The only thing I had to say about is Demon's Blink Dagger first. But hey, you know, he made it work. He made it work so well that I was saying that he is annoying as heck. And yeah, they played splendidly. As for Scourge, I feel like their hero could combat the Sentinel lineup. I just feel like they need more 4-staff. I feel like they don't need many BKBs. Like, I feel like the Doom, if you got a 4-staff instead of Blink, I really think so. If you get a 4-staff and 4-staff yourself out of those black holes, you're gonna be fine. Because really, Demon's black hole, he's been getting 2 or 3, but if you 4-staff your guys out, you're completely fine. So hey, I don't think the Scourge team, I don't think it was their play aside from the positioning. I really think it was the item choices that did them in. If the Clock had a 4-staff, if the Darkseid had a 4-staff, if the Doom had a 4-staff, if everyone and their mom had a 4-staff, the Scourge team would have been fine. Or maybe fine is a very strong word, but they would have fared a lot better, in my honest opinion. So, well, congratulations to USA for taking the finals of the MYM Nations Cup. They are the champion. I already said that. Hope you guys enjoyed this game, and until next time, this is Luminous signing off. GG, guys.